We are live.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Woohoo. All right. So, I guess, yeah, are we live right now? I think so.
We're live.
Okay, amazing.
Live.
Amazing. All
Here
right.
we are.
Tom, you look like you're in the zone, bro. What's going on?
Are those bags under your eyes? Are you tired? Did you not sleep last
Tom,
night?
you're
What's
muted.
going on here?
See, he's
I did
tired.
not.
He's muted. He didn't.
I am not prepared. So we shall see how we do. I did not get sleep.
Okay.
Amelia kept me up all
Listen.
night. I'm a little stressed out, so we'll see how it goes.
Listen, you're playing games saying that, and we know it.
I'm just saying, student has become the master, so we shall see.
Call me sensei.
All right. Well, we want to welcome everybody to our third Nooks Rev Genius cold calling, LinkedIn Live cold calling session. For those of you guys who've been here before, it's we're just kind of going with the flow. And really the key thing of this is a couple things. Number one is make a bunch of cold calls and hear these experts making cold calls. It's for these guys to book meetings, have some fun competition while doing so. It's for all of you guys in the audience to learn, to observe, ask questions, while you see, again, these experts kind of going through and making cold calls and such. And really, it's to have fun kind of throughout the process. As far as Rev Genius is concerned, as a community of revenue generating professionals here, and all here to learn from each other and grow and things like that. Rohan, I don't know if you want to do a quick introduction of Nooks as well.
Absolutely. Welcome. I'm Rohan, one of the co-founders of Nooks. I do want to check that audio is coming in. Vishnu, if you want to give me a thumbs up or something. Okay. Audio is coming in. Good. I wanted to verify the first time. It didn't. Nooks is a virtual sales floor where you can actually do cold calls together like we're doing today. We also have a power and parallel dialer so you can make more calls together and call in multiple numbers at once. And I think Tom and Zack will be using that today. We do, by the way, if you are interested in coming at Nooks, mention Rev Genius when you sign up on our website, and we're going to give you guys free swag and AirPods for your team if you guys come up and sign up. So, and run a call blitz. So, but I'm super excited. Amelia's back today to reclaim the throne. Yeah.
And I guess we can start off with
Amelia.
just quick intros for those of you, for the group, because not everybody's familiar with everybody here. So maybe we can just go around the horn.
Let's do it.
Maybe start with our queen right now. Our reigning queen is Amelia.
Stop it, y'all. Literally, people on LinkedIn were like talking about me like I was dead. It was like things that people say when people die. It's like, oh, she did this, she did that, and I'm like, I'm here still, people. But I appreciate everyone being so kind. Just tossing that one out there for everyone. Also, intro.
There's no brownie
hello.
point for being nice. All right?
Listen. Okay,
You can't-
sleepless Tom. Listen, it's not your turn yet. So, I love Tom, y'all. Okay, I'm Amelia. I am with the Carabiner Group. I work in RevOps. So, RevOps as a service is what we do. So, it's a consultancy group, and I am pitching lead magic though. So, more focused on doing that with a product instead of the services that I typically am working with. Because cold calling is not really my thing with services. It was more so product. So here to still have my crown on. But I'm getting that belt. You wait, I'm getting that belt.
I'm excited.
All right, popcorn, we're going down to Zack.
All right. Morning. Thank you so much for having me on. This is exciting. Been a lot of cool banter back and forth the last couple of days. I am here representing the homies over at Slcoum. We do fractional business development and outbound omni-channel campaigns for our clients. This morning, I'm going to be calling on behalf of a software company focused on subcontractors, and looking forward to throwing down. So let's get it. Tom.
I'm Slcoum, 15 years of vet. I am VP of Sales over at Tring. I'm helping that go to market, and what we do is we take underserved, undernoticed individuals at the UK and US market, help them break into SDR, right? We send them through an 8-week boot camp, and then we go and try to find them a home with companies. So kind of in the recruiting field now, definitely something new for me. Even in 10 years, the thing I've done, it is definitely a newer kind of beast to get into recruiting. So shout out to my recruiters, because it's not that easy. To train, it's still kind of bumpy. So now I've found my footing. Got a little bit of swag in my step now, and so we'll see what kind of magic we can happen. Worst case scenario, you can't lose though. Yeah, you're cheating. I don't want to talk to you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's, you're using PED over here, but it's okay. We don't do PED testing. It's fine.
Hey guys,
I don't know what that means.
I'm having weird bandwidth issues with my tower. I'm gonna go refresh and see if we can
Go
get
take
this
a
videos.
good water, refresh.
Oh, we got to go to
What's up?
Adrianna.
Yep.
No, we got to go to Adrianna. Adrianna's
Okay,
up,
yeah.
man. Shoot,
Let's go, girl. What you got?
Get it.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, super excited. I've actually never cold called in front of anyone except like a couple of coworkers. So, figured I would.
Wait, one second,
Ooh.
guys.
Oh.
We are having double audio, very strange. Let me
Oh, no.
give me 1 second.
The beauty of our sales life when text doesn't work for you.
Technology's the best.
Oh man, it's still 2022, and are you on mute? Hey, you're on mute. Get unmuted.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. So yeah, Adrianna, you can keep going.
Cool. Yeah, cold calling for the first time in front of people today. So super excited, definitely a little nervous. But we have a great team here. But yeah, so currently I work at Beyond. We're a property management tech company that helps managers really manage their revenue, price their properties accurately. So I'll be calling for us today.
Sweet. Very exciting, man. What a way to level up.
Yeah.
Call in front of what? How many are we at, Peter? We got what?
Like
over
770 people or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all
now
want
we're
to
at
invite your friends, make it
231.
1,000.
Yeah, 231 are live in right now. That's crazy.
And Adrianna, who do you popcorn to?
Oh, who hasn't been entered yet? Peter? Or
Zack.
Bishop?
We have Zack.
No,
left.
Zach went.
Oh, Zack
Amelia
went.
Zach went. Yeah, we all went except you and Rohan and
Fantastic. All right. Well, so for me is I'm head of ops over at Rev Genius, and so today is I'm going to be kind of double dutying a little bit, just kind of helping out with the host standpoint until Jared gets here. So he was double booked today, and then but he'll be here shortly. And then also I'll make you be making cold calls as well. And for cold calls today, I'm going to be flip flopping between two. I'm going to be calling for obviously our Rev League, and then depending on how much overlap we have with Tom, in case someone says,
yeah,
like, man, so many people calling me today, is that I'm also going to be calling on for an HR tech company called salary.com. And so you guys can hear sort of selling to non-salespeople as well as with Adrianna. So I'll be kind of flip-flopping back and forth and having fun with that. So that's me.
We got a diverse catalog of products. There's a lot going to be happening.
Yep.
Peter, do you want to explain the format of how we're going to do calls for everyone in the audience?
Yes. So before we jump in, is that the format of this is going to be that all of the callers are going to be in their own respective rooms. And then depending on where connects are, is that we'll have Rohan basically, and I will kind of be jumping into the different rooms so you guys can hear the connects, and we'll be sort of eavesdropping on those connections. So that's really going to be the format of this, and so we'll be kind of moving back and forth and such between the rooms. Any questions? We're going to be, every now and then we're going to be pulling, stop when we drop into a room, talking to the caller, asking your questions, and so please feed your questions into the chat here. We'll make sure that we get to them periodically throughout the session.
Yeah.
Anything I missed there, Rohan? Are we good?
No, that's good. And for
ooh, yes.
Boom.
Yeah. And Vish is probably going to run a lot of stuff with Peter just because for some reason the internet is crapping out. So I apologize for that. So, but I think it's looking good on Vishnu's end. For the people that are calling, feel free to Amelia, you were there last time, but like, feel free to hop in other people's rooms as well. If you want to talk, chat, and make listen to other people's calls. But when you are dialing, make sure you go to your own room. That way we can the audio is really easy, and Peter and I can follow along based on who has pickups.
Cool.
And we're doing a parallel dialer today, right? We're rolling out the parallel dialer function.
Yeah, so Tom and Zach, I think you guys are going to be using our own power and parallel dialer in Nux, and it'll help basically you guys get more connects in the same amount of time. It dials multiple people at once, so excited for that.
Okay.
I like them apples.
I'm great with it because I'm just being strategic over here.
Well, Amelia books 3 for 3, so she almost doesn't need it. But
there's a lot of calls made in between. Let's clarify that there are a lot of people.
I think it's the product.
It's the product. It sells itself. That's why I chose that one. I'm like,
she just has to say lead magic, and everybody's like, "Oh, sign me up."
and you talk a little more southern, and some people like it. Yeah, it's fine. So try it, y'all. See it.
Call people
say y'all
hun,
and you like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know if I do that, but I'll try it.
All right, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's go. Let's rock this.
All right.
All right. So are we going to start with everyone just dialing it on, or is just a few people going to start dialing?
I think everybody can dial, maybe like last time, and just in their own rooms.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
So do I need to create my own new room? Just click new room.
Just click new room. Head over there.
All right.
All right.
So we'll just be observing to see who shows their mic lighting up and who's connected. Oh, we can also see the dialing, right?
Yeah.
Zack's on call.
Zack's on call. Let's listen to what he's saying. No,
Nope.
Didn't get anything.
All right. I'm also just going to get my list ready as well.
Yeah. Good idea. Good idea.
Hey, you ready? Please 210-3284. If I missed your call, please leave me a quick
All right.
voicemail. I'll be
Let's see if anyone gets me.
Matt, hey, it's Amelia. If you could give me a quick.
So actually, if we
404-550.
listen to Amelia, I think she's
Yep.
she is leaving a voicemail.
Hello. Okay, Adrianna's leaving a voicemail as
Rob.
well. Zack is on call.
Depends
I'm
on
jump
who's
in there.
Rob, this is
That's
Zack.
better.
We actually don't know each other. Would you mind if I let you know why I reached out?
Go for it.
Appreciate it. Listen, we've been helping subcontractors get better visibility into their job sites and get paid properly for the work they do. I was curious if that was a priority for you right now.
I'm good right now, man. I'm sitting in an office right now. I can't really discuss that, but I appreciate it.
Okay, no worries.
All right.
Appreciate it. Have a great week.
Thanks, man.
Nice and short and sweet.
Hey, sometimes that happens. You just say I'm not busy, not available right now, and that's it.
You know what I actually love about Zack's approach, just from that short thing, is how chill the tone is. That I think that I like that.
Yeah,
Chill tone.
and I think people beat themselves up.
8 8 1 7
looks
0
like
3.
Tom. Nope, Tom is
Tom.
dialing as well.
Yeah, I think people beat themselves up over not getting those, but you really don't even have to worry about those ones where they just say I'm not available. Just
So it's another.
I'm good. Hey, real quick, I know that you are you're getting kind of ramped up with beginning of the new month and coming off the holiday, which I still think that it's Tuesday, not Wednesday or Thursday. What day is it? It's Thursday. So, right? I know. So happy Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Whatever it is. But okay, real quick, do you have literally 1 minute to chat? I have an idea for you.
I have a meeting in 15 minutes. I have about 3 minutes.
3 minutes is beautiful. Amazing. Okay. So, real quick. So the reason I wanted to reach out to you, Corporate Visions, I am super familiar with you guys. Big fan of a lot of you all that are over there. I know a good bit of people actually who are there Julie and who else is over there? Gosh, y'all got some amazing people. But based off of just what it is that you do and looking into you being the opportunity manager there, I figured that this would be the best thing to kind of toss your way. So I am calling on behalf of Lead Magic. Are you familiar with Lead Magic by chance?
I have never heard of Lead Magic.
Never heard of Lead Magic. Okay, well, let's make this magical. Okay, so it's about to be magical for you. So Lead Magic, what it is, it's a platform where you're able to turn your anonymous visitors that show up on your site into what essentially is going to be your pipeline. So it's going to reveal to you those anonymous, visitors that you're going to be able to convert those people into customers. That's the goal, right? Do y'all have anything in place where you're able to do that currently, where you're able to see who's viewing your site?
We have, we actually do, I believe we have intent data and then some Zoom info, and then we recently looked at 6 Sense, but they are, they weren't a fit, and the intent data really is not the best fit either.
Yeah.
Zoom info.
Yeah. And let me ask you this: who is your ICP? Who is it that you guys are targeting? Because I know it really differs when it depends, really who it is with what kind of tool you're using with that data that you're trying to gather.
Sure. So we're
and I forgot. And we gotta hurry. I gotta hurry.
Yeah, I got to get ready here. I'll give you 2 more minutes because this is something we have been looking at.
Amazing.
Our ICP, we are looking at, we work with mostly large corporations, IBM, Deloitte, Salesforce, anybody that's.
I think Peter has a or Adrianna has a pickup. Should it happen?
Or multiple different sales teams. That's sort of our that is our time.
Okay, awesome. No, that's awesome. So there's, through Lead Magic, there's going to be different kind of ways that you can go about doing things. I wouldn't want you to go about doing something. I wouldn't be calling you if I didn't see the benefit in doing something along the lines with working with Lead Magic. So I use Lead Magic personally myself, to where I'm able to see who is showing up on our website, to where I'm able to see exactly who it is and have that real-time information where I'm getting these alerts, and I can actually have that, prioritized within my email. I can, have my whole team be a part of this. But then there's also okay, let's have this analytical data that we can use for our marketing campaigns, so we can actually do this in the very best way possible. So with you being the opportunity manager, I'm sure that opportunity is what you're looking for, right? These different opportunities, the low hanging fruit. So with you having to run, let's do this. There's a 14-day free trial that I'd love to pass your way. I can send you over some information. And then what we could do is, since you've got to run, let's schedule time for how's Tuesday for you next week, possibly around 10:30 Eastern. And we can sync up, kind of go over a little bit what I sent you and go from there.
Yeah, that's fine. I can actually do that. We literally just, like I said, we literally just looked at 6 Sense, which was not a fit. So this is kind of in our wheelhouse for what we're looking for.
Awesome. That is amazing. Good. Okay. Good timing. I'm happy I called you. Well, I will add Jesse, who is also the founder of the company. So he'll be able to speak really in depth about the comparison between Lead Magic, 6 Sense, all that, and how they can play together as well. So go, Brian. I know you've got to go do your stuff, but it was great to chat with you. And I will talk to you on Tuesday at 10:30.
Awesome.
I'll send you an invite now.
I'm sorry, missed your name at the beginning.
Amelia.
Amelia, Derek Brown. It's nice to chat with you.
Yes.
Appreciate the call.
Absolutely. Take care, and I will talk to you Tuesday.
All right, bye.
Bye bye.
Amazing. Adrianna, did you make it? Well,
Mhm.
yeah. Sorry, I was going to ask if Adrianna made call. I was going to ask if Adrianna made calls, and then she hopped away. I was like, oh. But no, that was very solid, Amelia. I was like, what do you think? Like in terms of your opener, like what do you think worked well there?
I don't think any of it really went swimmingly, to be honest, and I don't use that word, but I think you just roll with it. Because it's not lead magic's not my product, right? Like what Tom was saying too. It's kind of tricky because it's not my product. So therefore I'm trying to like learn it as I go a bit. But I am, do you need to hop over? What does that say? But with them, not knowing specifics on Sixth Sense and the, lead magic and those comparisons, what makes one better than the other, what's all of these different things, those factors that really, really matter, that would be a big factor to play into and leverage those. I don't know all those things. So I think going back and asking specific questions, like when you don't know, just ask questions back, right?
That's good advice, because I feel like, especially as a new SDR, when you're joining, like you won't know all the answers, right?
No.
And like you have to be able to just say like, I don't know, but like maybe we can talk about, like I can get that answer for you, and then we can chat about it, right? And as long as you pique their interest.
Yeah.
Hey, Peter.
It looks like Tom is on a call. Let's go here. I'm gonna go hear Tom.
Facilitate some roles for you by helping you, meet some new SDRs that come out of an 8-week boot camp and that are ready to hit the ground running. So we'd love to help you guys out. But yeah, do you have maybe a name or somebody that you might be able to connect me with?
Yeah, definitely could. I just send me your information and I can forward that over to my management team, and they kind of they're responsible for all that.
Cool. Is it something you think you guys would do? Obviously, outsourced. I know it's a little bit tricky, right? Do you guys look at kind of companies like that to help you out?
Because I'm actually working in kind of introduce that if they're open to that.
Yeah, that would be great. And then the email is bburse@comscore.com.
Correct.
Sweet. All right, Bobby, I'll get that info over to you. My name's Tom. I'm with Trainio, so I'll put that in the subject line so that comes across. So just remember Trainio. And then, we'll set up that combo and see if we can help you all out and get.
Hi, Zach. Who are you calling from?
Hey there. Yeah, you weren't expecting my call. Would you mind if I let you know why I reached out?
Yeah, if you just get right to the point, I sure would appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate it. Been helping subcontractors get better visibility into their job sites and get paid properly for the work they do. I was curious if those are priorities for you as well.
Man, now's not a good time, man. I appreciate the call, buddy. Have a good day.
How's it going, Zach?
It's going, man. We're cruising.
How many connects you had?
It's gonna be like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. Any good ones so far?
Nothing solid yet.
Nothing solid. That happens. One thing, Zach, you can do is in the dialer settings, you can check it to connect only when we detect a human. I think the setting is like you'd have to pause dialing, but there's a only connect to call once a human is detected.
Please leave me your name, message, and phone number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Awesome. Well, I'm assuming that you've heard of us before.
Yeah, we use Beyond Pricing right now.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, let me see. Okay, let me update that in my notes because right now it doesn't look like we have
corporate subscription. So
oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
it's under an umbrella corporation.
I see. Okay.
All right.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much. Have a nice day.
No problem.
They're already a client.
They're already a client?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey, Zach, it's Tom Slcoum over at Trainio. How are you doing this morning?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling with Trainio. Probably haven't heard of us. I was just giving you a call out of the blue. It is a cold call. I'm actually cold calling with my team this morning. From, I know you're a VP over there at sales development on that side. I was calling about your open vacant role for SDRs in Boston. Do you guys still have that role open?
Yeah, we have our own talent acquisition team that
is constantly hiring. So yeah, there's always open roles.
Hell yeah. Cool. At Trainio, what we do is we have a market and a talent pool of some diverse, underserved reps that have went through an 8-week foundational boot camp to kind of learn the SDR role. I see you guys have an SDR entry-level sales role kind of open there out of the Boston market. Do you think your internal team would, look at an external company to potentially look at a different talent pool for them? Or is that something that you guys just don't do?
Yeah, we recruit, hire, and train internally.
Okay, cool. Would they entertain something to where, they look at other candidates, just at least looking at them? What I'd like to do is maybe get 30 minutes with you or your team, and you guys can take a look at some of the candidates, kind of go through the program with me. I'll show you what they learn, because they go through 8 weeks. And so by the time they come to you, they're pretty much ready to hit the phones and kind of get going within about maybe a week, just kind of learning your product and your molds. So it kind of saves your onboarding time, and they get cranking really quickly. So I'd love to walk you through it, kind of show you the program, see if it would be of interest, or if you have a referral to who on the hiring team would potentially, look at some of your candidates for you. That would be great.
No, talent acquisition reports to me. Do you have other customers that hire, train, and recruit customers that leverages you guys?
Yeah, we work with a few.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Finish that. What?
No, I was just gonna say, or is that like, is your guys' ICP you go after based on people that are just hiring and don't necessarily have internal resources to train?
Yeah. Our ICP, our really nice niche is obviously those companies that are trying to grow their go-to-market function, but they don't have potentially a really good onboarding program or the bandwidth, right? They might not have a full-time manager yet, or if they do, they just don't have that bandwidth. I was talking to a girl a week ago. She just signed with the company, SDR director, but she can't go through the process of hiring. It's too much for her to have to schedule interviews and open her LinkedIn to all this stuff. So she's looking at us because we'll set up the interviews, we'll show her candidates ready to go, and all she has to do is select, 1 or 2 that might work for her, and we kind of take off that work for her, and then they're already ready to hit the ground running once she, accepts an offer takes an offer to one of them. So that's kind of our ICP, is trying to help companies like that. You guys have a few open roles. You guys look like a phenomenal company that, we want to put these new SDRs into. And they're just never noticed, right? They don't make it through the normal channels, the traditional channels of getting in front of recruiting. You might not look at them normally. So we try to get them in front of you and do that legwork for them, right?
Where do you guys, what type of people do you target for hiring?
So we're trying to find transitioning more than anything, right? Like our student base is usually teachers, they're vets, they're coming from the bar industry, service industry, they're coming from the financial industry. Some might already have been an experienced sales professional, just not in the traditional tech sales world. I have one of the SDRs on my actual team internally. She's 40 years sales vet, or 40 years in the sales world, but she's never done the sales tech stuff. So she went through the boot camp and she was able to book her first meeting within the 4 days of being on the right. So it works out for her. And
so how do you guys procure those? How do you guys procure those people? Like, how do you get them involved in your training and committed to doing training before they even get hired for a role? Do you pay them?
No, so the entire program's free to them. We have an extensive vetting process. Our founders are actually interviewing every single person that does come through enrollment. We do have 2 internal recruiters that are going out and finding new, fresh students that would like to transition careers. We're using a lot of social platforms, right? LinkedIn is our baby. We find friends, networks that people want to transition. And then what we do is we interview them pretty, why do you want to be an SDR? What is it you're expecting? We have about a 95% retention rate in each of our classes. They're monthly. Our US class last month for June had a 100% placement rate. So they usually stick in. We send them through an entire interview process, make sure they're fit for this before we just drop them into our program, because it is free to them, right? We're putting in that effort. So we're invested. We got skin in the game. So we do kind of, guide that. We can get into it. I could show you the entire program, show you everything we do if you've got some time, maybe next week that you want to jam for 30 minutes, and we could see if it makes sense for y'all. Definitely be able to get you a couple SDRs as you guys hire, or at least a new talent pool to look at.
You guys use LinkedIn Recruiter?
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. Got to have that. We have that in our tech stack. It's not too bad. It does okay. It helps us find some leads. But, basic LinkedIn does a pretty good job as well. But yeah, they teach that. We teach them, tech through the 8 weeks. Our SDRs learn all of that. We take them through SCPs, like outreach, outplay. We teach them methodologies. We kind of get them all set up from A to Z for sure, to get them familiar. So do you have time on the 12th? Did I lose you, Zach? Hey, Zach.
Hey, sorry, yeah, I was on mute.
Oh.
It seems like we're almost competitors.
Oh, really?
We're doing the same thing internally. Yeah, because we have our own internal. But I appreciate the call. Thanks.
That's crazy. All right, man. Talk soon. Wow.
No.
He baited me for info and then came in as a competitor at the end. That was a good time. That was fun.
That's funny. That'll happen sometimes.
Recruiters are cutthroat. Recruiters are cutthroat, man. They don't play. Oh, what are you doing? How do you do it? Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I thought he was asking like genuine questions. A little strange. Let's talk to Zach. He's got on a call. Let's see what he's up to.
All right.
I think at this time, maybe it would. I've got quite a few summer jobs, school jobs going on, and it's been really hectic. I don't think it would be hard to really get into it and then ask you any decent questions, probably with all the other looming things that I have to get done here over the next 2 months. But
yeah, no doubt. You're probably spinning plates right now with everything you got going on this time of year. No doubt.
Summer work school jobs and stuff are packed in there. So
okay, how many of those do you have running right now?
I have 2.
2? Oh wow. Okay, like complete.
So one of them we're setting 75 rooftop units on this week.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So you can imagine that's a little hectic.
Yeah, no doubt. Curious, is there ever a time during the week where you find yourself kind of catching up on things at a desk, having a cup of coffee?
There is.
There is?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that like early morning or later after the day wraps up?
Usually later in the day.
Okay. Would say later afternoon on Tuesday work well for you?
Let me see here.
Okay.
Yeah, I could probably. I don't have anything on my calendar Tuesday afternoon.
Okay.
Let's go. Zach can't hear us.
So
He's
Tuesday
on
the
call
12th,
right now.
say 2:30 p.m. Does that work well?
Yeah, 2:30 is all right.
Okay. Fantastic. And that's Central Time, right there in Kansas.
It is.
Damn. Zach's tone is smooth.
I know, right? It's different too. It's like not, it's got a very calm.
Jim, what is
tone.
the best email to reach you?
Sorry, Zach.
It is J McAdam, which is McAdam at DeanENorris.com. DEAN, E is in Edward, Norris, Norris.
Okay, fantastic. So Jim McAdam at DeanENorris.com. And is this the best phone number to reach you?
Yep, that's my cell number.
Okay. And I don't see the whole thing here.
316-250-5828.
Okay, perfect. Happen to have your email open now?
It is.
Okay, so I'll send off a quick invite to you here. I'm actually going to connect you with Noah. He's our account executive there in the Kansas area, and just a good opportunity to learn a little bit more about your business and what your needs are. And, if it makes sense, show you a little bit about how ESUP could fit into that. Is there anything that I can share with Noah that you'd be most interested in taking away from this conversation next week?
No, just maybe what's available.
Okay.
You know, a general overview of what you're talking about.
Sure.
Not getting into the weeds, just to kind of soak it in, maybe.
Yeah, you bet. We'll make sure that we don't get too far off in the weeds. Did that email pop through? Okay.
Nope, I haven't seen.
Okay. But half the time they end up in junk folders, so you might check there as well.
Well, I got 2 in the junk here. Yep, I got it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you could go ahead and accept that, we'll get you on the calendar, and then I'll catch up with you on Tuesday morning just to make sure everything works for your schedule still. Sound good?
Thank you.
Jim, I appreciate it. Have a great week.
All right, you do the same.
Bye.
Who's the best person to reach out to there?
Probably Brad Seaman.
Okay. Great. And Brad is, if I don't understand correctly, I think he's basically the head honcho there. He's the CEO there. Okay, great. All right. So I will reach out to Brad then. And thanks so much. By the way, do you guys know, like, how's that search been going? Like, have you guys been able to find a bunch of people?
I think for a while they're sort of slow, but then in the last couple of weeks, it's really picked up. We got a lot of resumes.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense. Great. Well, Joe, thanks much. I'll reach out to Brad. Yeah, so again, thanks for your time.
Hey, Peter, let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
When you're cold calling, are you using some point and click dialing technology, or what are you using?
You know, honestly, I do both. I do have a dialer, but right now I'm just calling from my cell. Just cell phone.
Let me ask you a second question, being a sales guy.
All right.
If I was able to put you to having 8 to 12 live conversations per hour, then you never have to touch the dialer again. Would that be of value?
This is awesome. So we're flipping it a bit. So now you're selling me. That's this is fantastic. Well, okay. So that makes a lot of sense, right? It's Monster Connect, and that's what you guys do. Yeah, that's good. That's great. Yeah. So you know, I suppose we could talk. Yeah, I suppose we could talk about that
with you. So this is a cold call. So I was just giving you a call because I saw you're the recruiter there at JustWorks. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes.
Awesome. I'm hoping you can help me. And I just have a question for you. Obviously, you're now a technical recruiter. I'm looking at your guys' New York sales development associate listing. Would you be facilitating a search for that, or would that go to Nick Contreno or another recruiter on the team?
So that would go to another recruiter on the team. Apologies, I'm in a meeting right now. I thought you were maybe one of the candidates that I've been trying to get in contact with.
The good old time, the good search.
Yeah, if you want to follow up via LinkedIn and just shoot me a message there, I'd be happy to follow up and let you know who the contact would be for that position.
That would be awesome. Looks like we are connected. So again, thank you for taking the call. And
you could surely send me an email, and I would post it to, I guess, the right people within the company, and if that interests them, then they would give you a call back.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that. Curious, are you using any sort of project management software day to day?
No, they just use like Excel and stuff, Microsoft
Excel.
Office.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Seems to be the case at a lot of places.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you know, use whatever software the GC has you communicate with.
Yeah, once in a while it's Procore, but other than that, it's nothing. It's email. You know, sending PDFs.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense. So I'm actually reaching out with eSub, and it's the only field-first project management platform built specifically for subcontractors. Curious, you know, if you knew something like that was available out there, what would your process look like to evaluate it?
Yeah, I wouldn't honestly. We don't just because we don't use that over here. So it's just kind of like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you want, I could give you my email address, and you could email me, and then I could just forward it to the proper parties.
Okay, sure. I mean, if you're like anybody else, you probably have emails stacked up like cordwood in your inbox there that you never get
Yeah.
to.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, I read my emails every day.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm always caught up.
Yeah. So if I send you something, I want to make sure that you take a look at it and that it's relevant to you. So what should I title that when I send it over?
Anything. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna know it's gonna come from Zack, so I'll see. I read every email.
Okay.
Trying to reach back out to Bob. Is he in the office today?
We don't have a Bob here.
Oh, Rob. Is Rob in the office?
Oh, Rob. Rob, what's their last name?
You know what? I'm not sure. I talked to him back in April, just about your pricing strategy, rate setting and streamline, and he asked me to call back in like a month or two.
I think you might have the wrong number.
Oh, gotcha. Alrighty. Well, thank you so much.
Because we don't have
See on that.
I mean,
That's the
it's
only-
not Jesse. No, it's not Jesse. It's not Kyle. It's no one from Lead Magic. I can assure you of that. No, you
So
tell
did
me how
you?
you
Well,
want.
Amelia, tell us more. Did you book by? Did you text them afterwards and book, or like how did it?
Yes. So first, okay. So this was a little bit warm because we had chatted. I reached out via Slack at one point. So I thought, okay, how am I going to do this? Okay, so I'm going to call this person because
Was this Rev Genius Slack? Be
we're going to go
honest.
with yes. We're going to say yeah. Actually,
Oh, geez, you're gonna have an
actually,
alert
you know
later.
what? Yeah, because it was Chili Piper. So yes. So shout out Chili Piper.
Shout out. We actually don't know each other. Would you mind if I let you know why I reached out?
That would be good. What's up?
Appreciate it. I've been helping subcontractors get better visibility into their job sites and get paid properly for the work they do. I was curious if that's a priority for you there at Florida Design.
No, but I appreciate the call though.
Okay, no worries.
he didn't get back to me before, and so I was like, all right, do I huddle this person? Because that's kind of a new thing I've been doing is the cold huddles.
Yeah.
Some people are for it. Some people are like, who does that?
Hello?
I'm for it, but you know.
Hello?
Yeah.
But I think, yes, I will send you all information if you'd like. But no, this is through our Genius. Actually, I'm checking as we speak.
Let's go.
The Shalap's post or someone else's? Because I'm not in charge of SDR hiring whatsoever.
Okay. I didn't know if you were over on that part. I know you're, the VP of growth and kind of on that side of the house for Builder. Would it be,
Yeah.
who would be the right talent person to speak to?
It was a priority for you there at Electric Plus.
Well, I mean, it is, but we're big enough at this point now where we have internal people that chase everything down and review everything. So I'm going to, without even having to tell me what all you do, I'm going to have to say, no, we've got internal people that do that, but I appreciate the phone call.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Curious, if you had a way to cut back on some of that so you could spend more time on your Harley, would it even be worth a conversation?
Well, since I haven't won the Harley yet, then it's probably not worth the conversation just yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, it makes sense. Well, I mean, I guess I'm a bit of an optimist there, hoping that you win that Harley. It can happen. Happened to my dad. He won a Harley, so it's the real deal. But just to give you a little bit of context, eSub is the only field-first project management platform built specifically for subcontractors, and it really addresses some of the unique challenges that you might face day to day. So rather than having people track information down and go back and forth, it can help you kind of automate some of that process.
so it's similar to Procore, only set up for subcontractors only.
Yeah, sort of. It's just dialed in really specifically to your side of the business versus the GC. So wasn't sure if it would be completely off the table to have a short conversation, say later this week or early next week.
Well, why don't you do this? I've got a meeting. Why don't you send me an email of what your stuff is? I mean, I'm sure that the people that make those decisions, besides myself, or above me have heard of something like that, but if they haven't, I'll be more than happy to hand it to them and let them talk about it. And so the best way I think to handle it is send me what you guys, send me an email. I hate giving my email addresses out, but send me an email with what you guys do and kind of whatever you want to call it.
We have
your line card, if you will,
300
right?
people on it.
And a contact, and then I will give it to them, and they will contact you. Okay.
You dress
Yeah,
business
that
casual.
makes sense. Steve, since you kind of work on this, day to day as a project manager, would it make any sense whatsoever to kind of have a short conversation, say Tuesday afternoon, see if it's even worth, sharing with your leadership? Because last thing I want to do is have you forward something and have you look bad,
No, it's fine. I've looked bad in the past. I have. That doesn't bother me whatsoever. I'm stable enough that I feel like that if I had the information and said, "Hey, talk to this guy," I look through it. You want to look through it? Is this something that everybody wants to do or not? And we'll go from there. So
Okay.
that'd probably be the best way to do it. All right.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That you got to do what you got to do there. It looks like there's a couple minutes available at 1 on Tuesday. Would
I can't do it. I mean, I understand that.
Call back.
I have this feeling
Can I go to my own room?
that with you as the salesman side of things, you get money if you actually have physical sit down, even computer sit downs with people.
I had a missed call from this number.
Hey, is this Matt?
Oh, yeah, this is Matt.
Matt, hey, great to meet you. Again, this is Amelia. I know I'm totally catching you out of the blue and early for you a little bit, but wanted to see if you just have a few minutes. I have an idea for you.
Sure, yeah. Shoot. I'm pretty busy though, so can we make it quick?
Let's go super quick. All right, I'm all for that. So I was looking at SmartBid, and I was looking at what you are currently doing and how you haven't been there too terribly long, right? So there's a company called Lead Magic. Are you familiar with it?
Lead Magic. I don't think I've heard of them, but I'm familiar with like Zoom Info. That's what we're using.
Okay, cool. So the two play nicely together. So I will just say that first and foremost. So what Lead Magic does is a platform where it will turn your anonymous visitors into pipeline for you. So, it's going to reveal those anonymous website visitors, so you're able to convert those individuals and those companies into potential customers for you guys. So, of course, we're all in the game of sales, and the goal is to make money, right? So, to know exactly who it is who's visiting your site, that's going to give you this pretty good leg up with being a newer salesperson over there. So the reason why I really wanted to call you is because I think this could be crazy beneficial for you, with you as just growing in your role and having that low hanging fruit to be able to see those people who are visiting. So just let me hear your thoughts. Like, what do you think about what I just shared?
So we're basically over here at Smarsh. We're sectioned out into territories. So you're saying like anyone in my territory that was visiting the Smarsh website, I would have eyes on that with Lead Magic.
Absolutely, yes. So there's ways to kind of, you can put your ICP in there. You can put your target audience. You can make it as granular as you'd like, and then get updates as often as you'd like to. So I use it personally as well. So I get an email once a day that's telling me exactly who's visited, and I can see the amount of time that they visited, on what specific page they were on, say if they were on careers. So I know that it's, possibly that's not really the person that I'm trying to target, right? Just like you being in sales. So it'd be more so, oh, they're looking at the product, they're looking at what, who the leadership is, all of that. So yeah, it gives you that enrichment that you need to that from, LinkedIn, or it's kind of the prospecting as a service, if you will. That's kind of really what it is. So it's going to enable you to have that targeted messaging per se, because you know exactly what they're already looking at. So you already got that little boost right there. So there is a free trial that there's nothing that you would have to do by any means other than say yay or nay to the free trial, and you'd be able to just have 14 days of testing it out for yourself. What do you think about that?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm always up for the free trials. Of course, if I'm not in a position to move forward with you guys after the free trial, that's okay. No harm, no foul. We can kind of just disconnect at that point.
You're saying my words right there. That's what I always say. No harm, no foul. Exactly. We part ways as friends for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely would love to get a leg up against my team and get that leg up. And then if they want to know what I'm doing, I'm always happy to share my
Your
secrets.
secret.
But,
I
yeah,
love
no,
it.
I could definitely take a look at it. How do I get the free trial?
Amazing. Let's do this so we can go ahead and get you for Q3 up and running. So Jesse, he's the founder of the company. I would love for him to speak a little bit more in depth with you about it too. Don't want to take up a lot of your time, but let's shoot for, I mean, if you are wanting to like run, let's chat tomorrow, because there's time. I've got 2 different times tomorrow that would make sense if they work on your end. We could either do 3 Eastern or 1 p.m. Eastern. If you want to do that, or we can shoot for Tuesday or Wednesday next week.
Let's just knock it out tomorrow. I'll
not custom make the actual revenue goals that we were trying to achieve. So we ended up dropping out of that. When we took control of it ourselves, we found we were making a 45% increase.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it sounds like everything is going really well for you guys. You know, you're pretty much miles ahead of a lot of the property managers that I talk to. But really, like, in short, what we're doing at Beyond, and really the reason for my call, was to kind of see if you were curious at all to learn more about how we like track market demand in real time. You know, things like booking trends, lead times, how travelers are making changes to their plans, especially with like all of the economic downturn issues setting in. Would it be like a total waste of time to just meet for a few minutes, kind of walk through like some specific trends that we're seeing in your market through the summer? And, you know, if you never want to talk to us again, you definitely don't have to.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be making any changes in the near future. But again, we only have 50 properties and we're only in 2 states. So as we grow, we need to start thinking about outsourcing and bringing on new vendors, services, whatever. So I'm happy if you send me your contact information, a little bit of FAQs or whatever about Beyond. And you know, I will say it would be a waste of time right now, but that's not to say that in the future it would be a waste of time. So if you want to send me any information, literature, something that kind of describes a little bit about like what your special sauce is, as it were, and I'll keep that in mind. I've got a file that I've got growing on companies that we don't have any interest today, but maybe in the future we might need to revisit.
Yeah.
So am I saying 6 months, a year? I don't know, but I'd rather have that stuff in file should I need it. And I'll be honest with you, I give everything a full read, and the things that I know will never fall in, I'll just send you an email back and say, you know what, this isn't going to be for us or ever will be. So you guys can take me off the list, whatever. If you don't hear back from me, it means I stored it.
Okay. Well, I can definitely send over some info. I'm just curious if there's like anything that you were most curious about, just so I can make this like as relevant to you as possible.
At this point in adventure, I joined a company who seems to be doing things the right way, the way I would that I tried to do it in my last company, but leadership didn't allow. So right now, like we're controlling our revenues well. We're controlling our guest flow appropriately. We are controlling our marketing efforts appropriately, and there isn't any deficit month over month that we're seeing that we are thinking that we need help with. So, have I seen everything? No, but what I have seen, I don't have any questions, curiosity, or concerns over.
Gotcha. So in terms of like just expanding the portfolio, what is kind of like your team's goals, I guess, like maybe over the next 6 months to a year?
God only knows the way the economy is right now.
All right. No, I totally hear you on that. All right, awesome. So I know that, you guys aren't really looking to work with Beyond at the moment. Would it maybe make sense I have some time, maybe like Monday or Tuesday, if you just want to go over like some trends that we're seeing in your area, some local events that are coming up. And, a lot of people find that useful to just kind of use it to like inform pricing and any strategies just over the next couple of months, which could be, really relevant to your revenue management team.
I can't speak that I'll be able to have too much time to go over that, but like I said, if you want to send me any information that I can look over, I'll bring that to our revenue management team and see if that's something that they want to piggyback on.
Okay, sure. Is there anyone that I should maybe like CC on this email, just so that way, they're as informed as possible?
I'm the director of operations, so you can send it directly to me, and I can distribute it to the team.
Okay, sure. What's your best email?
My first name is Nick, so it's the first initial N as in November.
Mm-hmm.
My last name is J.A.
Yeah, or remote rule.
Yep.
It's kind of getting to know you and your business a little bit better. So I'll make sure to send over some info. You also have all my contact information, and I can probably reach out maybe like next week, to see if this is something relevant that you do want to explore in the future, even if you guys, aren't really ready to add something like this at the moment.
Sure.
All right, perfect. Any questions I can answer for you, Nick, just while we're on the phone now?
No, I don't think so. I appreciate the conversation, Adrianna, and I look forward to seeing your information.
Awesome. Thanks, Nick. Have a great day.
You too.
I caught the tail end, but I loved that. Like that, I like that you asked the CC question. Like, I think that's really smart. I don't think a lot of people do that. I'll ask like who else would benefit from jumping on, but I like the CC if it is sending further information, they go
and the ask didn't work, but I love the line, like, would it be a total waste of time to like, I feel like it's like, it's hard to say no to that. And I feel like it didn't work in this case, but it's a really good line. I think more people should use that. I don't use that. I like that a lot.
I really do like that line, and it does work really well for me. I will say that we call largely like smaller businesses. They're not salespeople. Like they're very suspicious of software, any kind of person calling them in general. So, I asked for the meeting on this call 3 times. And he still wasn't really open to it, but also like he's very recently joined this company. So I don't know, if he just doesn't feel comfortable doing that. But what I typically do, and what typically does work really well in terms of like converting to a meeting for me is that I'll talk to someone, even if they're not interested, I'll send them a custom vidyard. And if I can find like additional info about like their rentals or anything, I'll just put it up like on the screen share and then put my little face over it, just kind of talk about them. And, then they have my contact info, and typically like I'll follow up via email like 2 or 3 times like over the next 2 weeks, and I'll try to reach out to them over the phone as well. And usually like once they see that we're not this like random scam software, which is what a lot of property managers do kind of think of like dynamic pricing as, it helps a ton. So I like to try to follow it up with video and everything.
That was great. That was really good.
Thanks, Amelia.
You go, girl. Girl power.
No, it's sick. Should we wrap up and kind of get a summary of where everyone is in
Yeah.
the lobby? Or we can do it here too. I think Zach's
could
still
do
on
it
the call,
here.
Peter.
Can you hear me, Vishnu? Everybody? He's the one that sent me a message. So awesome.
Yo, Zach. Let's go, Peter. Let's go, yo.
Priority for you there at M&O.
Right.
Yeah. Something
So
that
Amelia, how many calls?
I'm not saying I want everyone else to go. I wonder how many calls did I make?
Yeah, just like share your calls, connects, and like
43 calls. 43
Okay.
calls.
43.
Tallied that because duh, I feel like I should for the sake of everyone knowing where everyone's at. 43 calls. And a lot of voicemails. I think a lot of people are on vacation. I think everybody's seeing that. And I did leave a few voicemails though, because I find them to be beneficial when it's like I didn't like what I said though, so I retracted a bit. But the voicemails, when I do get callbacks, which one of mine that I booked was a callback based off of my voicemail. Hey, it's Amelia. Give me a call when you get a chance. Chat soon. Boom. And it's okay, do I know this person? And I think I talked about this last week. Like, it piques that interest of like, am I supposed to know who Amelia is? Like, did I miss something?
Yeah.
So you called back and it was
I like it.
Okay, boom.
Cool.
And I'm not
So,
sharing where I'm at though. I want everyone else to first.
Yeah, I go. So Adrianna, how is yours?
Yeah, so I did 35 calls, connected with 5 people. 2 of them were the people that I was trying to get in touch with weren't in the office. One of them was already a customer. One of them, I guess, was the wrong phone number, and the other one was this last call that I had. So
Cool. Tom, you want to share just your stats?
I don't even know. I made like 80 dials. 80. I had to run through my list. Yeah, I did 3 parallel dialers at once. I went up to 3. Rohan. I had about a contact list of 78. So I ran through it actually twice because it kind of went through. So I did about 80. I talked to about 6 to 7 people. I had a good little bit of conversations. I had some fun with it. But as everybody saw in the comments, and something I'm really learning is the recruiting industry is fierce. It's a rough one. It is definitely a different animal. And it's fun, right? You got to poke around. I got baited on one call.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got baited, right? You got baited.
How were you baited? I missed it.
Oh, so this guy picked up, was all eager, kind of had a great conversation with me. And then I go to set the meeting, and then he comes back. He was muted, or so he thought. I think he was talking to his peers. Then he comes back on the call and he's like, yeah, Tom, we're competitors, but thanks so much. And just hung up on me after asking me 5 different questions about our model, what we do, how everything goes. And he goes, hey, Tom, we're a competitor. Best of luck. And I was like, cool, way to go.
Wow.
So that was fun. And then the rest were really pleasant.
Who was it?
Yeah, do what you got to do.
Yeah, who was it? Say it. Tell us the name.
I don't even remember. Reveneer. It was a company called Reveneer. One of the guys over there. Yeah. Hey, listen, I put it in the comments. That was my bad too. I should have, I should have done my research. That was on me. I scrubbed that list last night, all hours of the night, and I
you
didn't
didn't sleep.
I didn't sleep, y'all. I tried to get my redemption here. Have a really clean list of only mobile and all that goodness, and I just didn't even look at the company kind of concept, and they do kind of what we do. So I was like, all right, whatever. Baited me right into it. But no, I had a great time. About 80 dials, about 7-8 combos, got a couple referrals, got a couple connections in, but did not secure, an actual meeting.
No meeting.
Amelia is the winner.
But Tom, you know what?
For me, baby.
You need to sleep. You can sleep and come back.
Just come.
Nah, I'm not.
Wait. How many meetings did Zack get? Zack, you got at least one, right?
I had one.
You had one. Okay.
Giant goose egg for Tom again. Adrianna, did you get one too?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Like,
all right.
You will
Cool.
kind of
well,
have.
the last one was like half. Like it was
Yeah,
not a meeting, but it was
No,
back.
I know I'm gonna get a meeting from that guy. It's just a matter of
Yeah, good conversation though. For
All the
sure.
magic's gonna happen in the back end. Let's be real. All the magic today is gonna happen, right? I'm gonna book like 3 like I did last time as soon as I'm off of here.
Right, wait, people are gonna get callbacks right after this is
Oh, I
over,
will
for
say
sure.
that too. I will say that, Rohan. It was pretty cool for the first time for a power dialer for me. I had like 4 callbacks, 3 or 4. Like people were
Oh, wow. That's cool.
actually calling back. And I usually don't see that in parallel dialers, right? You could do it all the time and you very rarely get one, but they were coming back pretty frequently.
Oh.
So I was pretty impressed.
Who's getting a call?
Yeah,
That's
who was
me.
it? That's
Oh.
Zack.
No, it's Jared. Who's calling Jared?
That was. I have back-to-backs today. It's my 12 o'clock. Don't
I gotta run too.
Don't get too excited.
Wrap up. We should wrap up.
If they can't find me on Zoom, they all have my number.
So I guess real quick for me is I had I start a late start. I started about 20 minutes later, so I had 38 dials. I think like 4 connects or so, and then I had 2 people that it's not really a meeting. They're just like, hey, I'm on vacation. I had 2 people. One person boarding a flight. One person said that they're like on vacation, and said call back tomorrow and next week, like on Monday. So those times I did specify those times, but they're not really like I don't consider them.
Let's say 2. Well, let's say
But they're both good, really good brands. So,
Cool.
but yeah, tough on the connects this morning. But yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was fun.
Hey, at least you're doing it. That's awesome, man. At least
What,
you're doing it. You're making the calls.
What are you selling today, Peter?
So I sold both. So half my time was on Rev Genius. Half the stuff was on an HR tech that I know, and it's kind of like. But both of those conversations were on Rev League, Rev Genius stuff, so that was fun. And also of the 4 connects, like 2 of them said they're not the direct person, but here's who you should contact, and also they asked to send an email, so they weren't busts. Nobody said no.
Let's go. Let's triple tap them on vacation. Let's hit them with LinkedIn.
Yep, I got some connections from it. Oh, I had one guy that actually tried. He actually said, "All right, so sales guy to sales guy, let me try selling you now." And so he started selling me.
I
So that was
love a
fun.
reverse Uno.
I love a reverse Uno card. Heck
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta love it. I play it all the time. I
He was
love
going
that.
hard too. He's like, and Rohan and Vision were there, and they were just, he was.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Zach, what you got? Let's hear from you. You've been quiet.
Yeah, man.
Is in like secret spy kind of quiet.
That's kind of my lane, right? Like I'd speak when spoken to, and kind of keep it chill. But this is a blast, guys. A lot of fun, ton of fun. I think it cranked out close to 80 something, and got one. So that was cool. Had some good convos. Ton of fun.
Cool.
Well,
Very
thank you
nice.
all.
Your tonality is amazing.
I love it. It's one of the first things I said was like,
it's very nice.
chill
Zach.
match.
Very nice, man.
It matches the vibe of the prospect, which is important. So love that.
Yeah, because they always
Yeah.
answer like that same way. They're just like, most of them are like, "What do you want? Like, what's up?"
For sure. Yeah.
Zach's like,
that's
"Hey."
that's so key, right? Like matching energy with whoever's on the other end of that phone. Like there's definitely times, where I'll step it up a bit, if they've got a little more pep in their step, for sure. You want to be on their level. But
You're like in Boston, you got to talk a little faster.
yeah,
I think I actually got hung up on one of my
Boston's
calls.
faster.
Yeah,
But
I think I
they will
actually got
leave you.
somebody to hang up because I didn't. I think I had somebody hang up because I was too high. I came in way too high, and as soon as she heard it, she hung up on me. And I was like, and in my mind, I was like, came in too hot. She was like, yeah, no.
I'm sorry, I didn't sleep.
Yeah, like she was like, no.
In closing, Amelia moves on.
King of the court. Next time you might have to pitch a different product. I feel like yours is.
So, you're gonna tell everybody to switch. So I have to look up some swag to commemorate 3 in a row.
I just want a belt to put on my
right,
shoulder.
I'm gonna Google belts after this.
I gotta run, y'all. But
I gotta run as
for
well.
having me.
Next week, we had almost 1,000 people register for today. That's cool. That's dope. There was 300 people on watching, which was pretty awesome. There's going to be people watching LinkedIn after.
Yeah.
Come through. We're going to be here next week, same time. Amelia is going to be part of it, and we'll be announcing the other folks coming for the throne as well. Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you guys. Rev Genius, thank you
fun
so
with
much for
y'all.
helping host.
Thank
This
you,
was super
Notes and
fun.
Rev Genius.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Bye, friends.
Bye everybody.